Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big news when it comes to Xbox fans, where a lot of folks are very upset on the next big upcoming major Xbox exclusive as well. We also have some really big updates coming out for the Xbox system updates, just everything all together. Some brand new leaks coming out too as well. A lot of actually kind of cool Xbox news. So if you guys will stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Leave a like as you guys are going down there. And of course, I'd always love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. We also do have the Twitter and Twitch. If you guys want to follow, probably up on Twitch. If you're bored and want to hang out and chill. And of course, as well, same with all the Amazon links for the console. So let's dive into the news. So, very first and foremost, I think a lot of Xbox folks are actually pretty unhappy as of today. Now, as you guys do know, there's a few kind of bigger Xbox exclusives coming out in the next few months. Number one is going to be on the Minecraft as well, which I'm going to be playing that up myself. I think it's like, I forgot the exact name, it's like Minecraft Legends, something like that. Basically that weird PvP game. I'm going to play that up on Game Pass very soon. But one of the bigger ones is Redfall. Now, Redfall is supposed to be more of like a Left 4 Dead type style, like kind of like vampire. I don't know, really know how to explain it. It's kind of like an episodic, like mini adventure. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of like Left 4 Dead. But basically, that's going to be some good gaming. It looks like a cool game. I'm excited. I'll probably have Game Pass for it, and I'll definitely want to play with some buds because Game Pass, in theory, makes a lot of sense to go play with everyone else. But one of the bigger things is that right now, a lot of folks are very upset with Redfall. Because right now on Redfall on Xbox, it apparently won't be actually having a 30 FPS mode at launch. So first and foremost, like that's almost unacceptable. Like I do want to say this, I'm not like too much of a graphics snob, but when it comes to big exclusive and big games, right now, like the standard is probably like 4K 60 FPS, or as well 4K and a higher frame rate, or as well like a 1440p or 1080p 120 plus frame rate. Like that's a standard. Like as of this point for these really big exclusive games, unless there's like some huge graphical push or whatever it may be, I do think most folks want to have that 60 FPS mode almost regardless, especially with Redfall 2 as well, because well, this is a big Xbox game. This is kind of the same example of like a God of War or like a Spider-Man or Last of Us on the PlayStation 5 equivalent, not having the same specific specs. So right now, a lot of folks are very upset with Xbox. Like a lot of folks are not happy with this vibe, because like I said, this is one of the bigger games they want to be releasing as of this year. So Redfall on Xbox won't be having a 60 FPS mode at launch, and you'll have to be waiting for a patch to use the performance mode. So don't expect a blistering frame rate on your Xbox when Redfall arrives on May 2nd. Arcane Studios has revealed that the vampire slaying shooter will be limited to the 30 frames per second quality mode on both the Xbox Series X and S at launch. Now, once again, that's not the funnest news to hear because we just don't like that. You'll have to wait for an update at an unspecified point in time to use a 60 FPS performance option. So right now, one of the biggest Xbox games that people are hyping up, it does look kind of cool, multiplayer game, Game Pass, everything, is just not going to be that high level of standard that a lot of folks are expecting and wanting. And I myself am very sad about this because I was excited for this game. Now, the developers as of right this second have not explained why the 60 FPS mode will have to wait. And a lot of folks want to know because everyone's like, why? What's the issue with this? Why is it taking so long? What is why is it not launching on launch? What is going on? Like, how is Sony doing this? How is normal PC games doing this? How is the normal PC experience going to be? And us on Xbox or Xbox Series S have to wait for even better normalized graphics, especially for the Xbox Series X. S, I'd make sense. So basically, I had a chance to ask Arcane and Bethesda for comments, and apparently the 30 FPS mode does run at 4K on the Xbox Series X and 1440p on the Series S, and then PC player frame rates are going to just be dictated by their hardware too as well. So once again, like this is kind of disappointing because a lot of folks would assume like this would be a 60 FPS 4K experience, really good game, optimized very well on the Xbox Series X. And people were upset on social media. I mean, duh, that happens all the time. People are upset on just various gaming articles and everything in between, and people are just not really happy about this. And as well, you guys can kind of see over here, Redfall is launching on Xbox consoles with quality mode only. Once again, though, I think it's always big as on options. Like one big thing that Sony does a lot is having things like accessibility options, and as well having various folks who could have like say like a 60 FPS performance mode, a 30 FPS cinematic mode, if you could kind of pick and choose. So it's almost weird to see that they just don't and will not have this on launch itself. So typically 60 FPS modes in games require compromises in visual details. You may have to run the title a little bit of a lower resolution, accept lower quality effects, or settle for even fewer on-screen characters. It's not necessarily a simple matter of changing a few parameters, and developers may have to verify that they aren't also breaking the experience. So I will go and say this. If you're a dev, I do kind of appreciate the fact that, well, you can still make the game. Like, I'd rather have the game running and launching and adding performance modes. Like, as time goes on, Like, I'm okay with that, I guess. But like, it is one of the bigger Xbox games, and you would think with Microsoft having all these studios and spending billions of dollars that they'd want to get one of their bigger games they want to release this year correct. And this is probably gonna be one of the more hyper games out there. Like, they had Forza, that's niche. They have Minecraft, that's niche. This is probably the more general like gaming thing where I'll see people on YouTube and Twitch streamers playing, so it's a little bit sad to go and see. So a lot of folks are just not happy with this, even saying this isn't thrilling news for Xbox gamers. Redfall is a fast-paced game that can benefit from the added responsiveness too, and it's once again a big deal. It's like you want to play a competitive game or like a shooter type style game, you probably want to have the better frame so you can see when enemies are moving, mobs are moving, and all of that, and maybe the game is just too graphically nice, or whatever. I'm more of a PC gamer though, so it's not gonna affect me too much, but I know a lot of you guys are console homies, so it definitely doesn't seem like the funnest experience at the end of the day. Now, there's also a few little kind of quick side updates too, if you guys want to give your thoughts and comments down below. Was a brand new Xbox system update also includes a refined search experience. Funny enough too, was also the brand new power saving mode, which once again is also having a little bit of controversy in it. So Microsoft is also rolling out a brand new Xbox system update with the emphasis on the search experience. So in case you guys ever do use your Xboxes for this one or use it for apps or whatever, the company has completely redesigned the console search page, giving it a brand new sleek new look and complete with gallery style results, easily identifiable filter categories, and an updated navigation interface that relies on the left and right bumpers. So basically just once again, kind of we've seen with the PlayStation as of recent, where they've had a chance to update and do the occasional few months or few year UI overhaul and hopefully making things look and feel a little bit nicer and a little bit more dandier, which I do think is nice. I like the idea of it. I think the vibe of it, I think everything with it is very, very nice. So I like seeing this type of stuff. I like seeing these types of updates. I like seeing just everything out here in the first place. I think it's really, really cool. So these improvements to search extend beyond simply perusing your game library or even looking for new titles to buy. There is now an option to search on YouTube within the Movies and TV tab, among other new ways to find new stuff to watch. Once updated, you can access the refined search experience by tapping the search button on the top of the dashboard or pressing Y on your controller within the console UI. This might just be kind of nice too if you maybe have a lot of games all like situated with maybe Game Pass, or as well maybe like I said using apps, using Netflix or whatever it may be. Now one of the bigger things though has still been the weird controversy side of the brand new system update was also bringing the new power saving mode. Now some folks are with this, some people were against it. It can kind of go either way. But I'm kind of indifferent. I think as long as they don't like, kind of control things too much or change things too much, I don't think I mind too much at the end of the day. But it does kind of seem like some folks are still sad. But basically the idea is this brand new carbon aware feature, which for this one, you can adjust the power settings at any time within the settings menu, and you can adjust the active hours, which means the hours you are most likely to be using the console itself. If you set your active hours to begin at 10 a.m., for instance, the console will be ready to wake up at that time. Otherwise, it'll just fully be shut down, only draw like 0.5 watts instead of having the 10 or 15 active watts if your console is actively running or doing whatever. So the big idea with this is like, let's say you're almost never on your console at like 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Like you're working, you're sleeping, no matter what. Even on the weekends, your bedtime's 2 no matter what. Like you're not gonna be using your console. So what it does is just it basically automatically, systematically goes and shuts it on down and basically puts it in a very, very small standby mode. So you're not like downloading stuff, you're not using the console, things aren't breaking, all that type of stuff, which I think is okay. Some folks didn't really like the idea of control of this and like Microsoft having the power of this. I think at the end of the day, if it saves you a little bit of money, it doesn't really affect anything too much or affect your gaming systems, I don't think I mind. It's kind of one of those whatever type things. So they'll go and say during your active hours, the console will be ready to boot and will be accessible for remote game installs and the like. And once you update, the mode is set to always active, so make changes to suit your preferences and schedule. And also, they're saying this is pretty much out for anyone who is looking for it. So a little bit more big stuff news for that. Now, last but not least, there actually was kind of a cool nifty thing when it comes to the Microsoft Rewards. Now, we had a chance to go into the Microsoft Rewards app showing Ubisoft Plus. Now, we've been seeing some rumors recently too as well with Ubisoft Plus being tied into with Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. So if you guys want to, we did see this Discover Ubisoft Plus, get unlimited access to fan favorite franchises and more, and a lot of folks are assuming with a brand new Game Pass deal, or as well just on a general Xbox partnership, that Ubisoft Plus may be now included, either in the, like I said, the monthly subscriptions and everything else in between. So kind of cool. I do think Ubisoft does have some okay deals. They already have a connection to as well, because they've also had Tom Clancy games tied in through Game Pass before, so we might have a nice little low-key deal going on with Ubisoft to allow more folks on either side. So give me all of your thoughts and comments down below. Are you sad about the Redfall update? Because I kind of am. Are you guys indifferent on the update like I am for all the power saving, because I kind of am, and let me know if you guys want Ubisoft Plus on your Game Pass subscription. So make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on as well. Make sure you guys leave a like, and of course swing by the Twitch if you guys are bored, or the Twitter as well, and of course check out all the Amazon links down below.